Do you have clear and distinct boundaries between work and play, personal life and professional life, business life and home life? And are you able to say no in order to really uphold those boundaries? My name is Anna Lundberg. I'm the founder of One Step Outside, author of Leaving the Corporate 9 to 5, and host of the Reimagining Success podcast. And that's what we're talking about this week. Boundaries, setting boundaries is something I've talked about for years, and it's so incredibly important when it comes to this idea of flexible work-life integration. Because yes, I'm talking about integration, which is making your business, your career fit around your other priorities in your life seamlessly, as it were. That doesn't mean they want to blur all those boundaries and work all the time or play all the time. There still need to be some distinct boundaries and limits. So what are the boundaries you can set? Well, technology can be your friend. You can turn off the notifications, put your phone on silent or do not disturb, turn it off. You can shut down your laptop. Yes, it is possible. You can close the door to your study and leave the office. You can set certain times in your calendar when you are working, when you're not working. And of course, you can agree these parameters with your team, with your partner, with your children if they're older. So some really concrete boundaries you can set. Now, I think we also need some mental boundaries. So especially with social media and being online all the time, it's so easy to look around at what other people are doing, to have that shiny object syndrome, but also to compare ourselves. A while ago, I talked about comparanoia, so excessive comparison syndrome almost, that we're always looking at what other business owners are doing, what other friends and family members are doing. And it's really important to run our own race. So if there are some boundaries we can set there, and again, technology can be our friend in terms of not mindlessly scrolling on Facebook and Instagram or whatever, giving ourselves specific times when we're looking at those things and not letting ourselves flow too freely. So that's a little bit about boundaries, because there's no point in having clear priorities, as we talked about last week, and a clear strategy and vision and plan if we then end up blurring everything and saying yes to all the projects, all the clients that come our way. And so the next part of this is learning to say no. And this is something that comes up again and again with clients. And, you know, we're excited, passionate people. We love the business we're creating. We want to help other people, but it can be really dangerous. And we need to realise that saying no to the wrong projects and clients and activities is what's going to allow us to say yes and make space to the right projects and clients and activities. Saying yes right away without really thinking it through is going to distract us from what we really want to be doing. It's going to be dropping the ball. We're going to drop the ball somewhere, either on this project, and we'll just end up letting them down further along down the line, or on other projects. So saying yes to this person or this project means we're going to be compromising something else that we've already agreed to do. And ultimately, of course, if we take it to the extreme, we may well burn out because we're just saying yes to everything. So that's a pretty dangerous place to be in, I guess was the word I'm looking for. And we can end up resenting other people, even though it's our own fault really for taking these things on. So learning to say no is a skill that's incredibly important. Now, we don't have to be rude about it. We can try different alternatives. So on the podcast later this week, on Thursday, we're going to be talking about some ideas, for example, for saying no, however, or yes, however, making sure it's on our own terms. Maybe you can give them an alternative. You can refer them to somebody else. Maybe you say maybe. Maybe you say yes, however, not right now, it needs to be later. So there are some softer approaches of agreeing to or not agreeing to different projects. Ultimately, we want to create the space to reflect on whether it is the right project. So if you can say, hey, sounds really interesting, let me get back to you, I need to check my calendar. That creates a little bit of space for you to really review your plan. Is this in line with that? Because hey, there could be an opportunity that you do want to jump on spontaneously. We're not going to stick religiously to our plan if there's something exciting that comes along, but we do want to make that choice intentionally. And you know what, sometimes it is just a straightforward no, so we can practice saying, nope, very sorry, sounds exciting, wish you the best of luck, but unfortunately that's not for me. So that's what we're talking about this week, setting boundaries and learning to say no. For more detail, if you found those little tidbits a little bit interesting and you're looking for help with learning to say no, do check out the new podcast on the Reimagining Success podcast this Thursday. New episode Thursday morning, and you can just search Reimagining Success on your favourite podcast app, or you can click the link below. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you back here next week. Bye for now.